Welcome to episode 23 of the Unemployed Journeyman with Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga. And we've had a pretty decent start to the season. Well, very decent start to the season, actually. And we are looking really good. I'm hoping I'm not getting too excited too soon. Let's find out today. Welcome to the video, everyone, and there's quite a bit to catch you up on, so let's get started. We've got some transfer news. As expected, Guevara Reed has completed his move to AS Monaco for 37.5 million, rising to 51 million. When we first bought him in, a couple of seasons ago? Beginning of last season, we got him in from Porto for 37.5 million. He had a really good season with us, actually. He is a good player, but he wanted to go. We couldn't give him the game time he wanted, so therefore we've let him go. He's made 3 appearances for Monaco so far. Sold him for 37.5 million. We bought him for 37.5 million, so we've gone even on that. But there is the potential that it could be worth up to 51 million pounds. So if it does reach 51 million, we've made a nice little bit of profit on him, which will please the board and the supporters, considering we made a significant loss on Maxime Esteve. We then had Frederick Reuter wanted to leave, and Fiorentina came in with a £38 million offer for him. A tiny profit of £1.5 million. We bought him a couple of seasons ago from Leipzig for 36.5. He's now gone for £38 million. And as a result of Frederick Reuter leaving, we needed to find a replacement. We'd already got a replacement for Guevara Reed in Kennedy Nar. And we went for Ryland Gashi from Osijek for 7.25 million. So 38 million coming in, 7.25 million being spent. Quite happy with that. He's a 5-star potential wonder kid, already 2.5 stars now at the age of 18. He's a Croatian international. We'll be playing him as a central defender on defend until his passing gets a bit better, because he is lacking a little bit in that. But he is 6'4" with decent jumping reach and decent heading. So I've got a lot of hope for this lad. Want to give him some game time. Probably play him in like the DFB Pokal, bring him on as a sub, give him the odd appearance against the lesser teams in the Bundesliga. Very excited about him. I think he could be a really good player. Let's keep hoping. In terms of the medical centre, we'll go there because we have got an injury to Aladdin Sahin. He's out with a torn hamstring and he's going to be out for a couple of months. I sent him to a specialist to get himself fixed and made better. He picked up the injury against Manchester City in the Champions League. That is quite a blow. You know, I really like Aladdin Sahin. If we have a look at the schedule, the last time you was here was for the 2 games against VfB Stuttgart and TSG Hoffenheim. We looked decent in both of them games, a 4-1 win and a 2-0 win. We then played Bayern Munich, and this was a very close game. It really was. We were, I'll say, slightly better team if you go by shots on target and XG. Our pass completion wasn't as good, neither was our possession. Below 90% for pass completion, which is a bit of a theme for this season so far. Both of our goals coming from corners. Kalinski from a Ryan Shirky corner, and then Zirius, Ryan Shirky with the corner kick. Spahu put the ball onto the crossbar, and then Zirius put the ball in the back of the net. A 2-1 win for us in that one. They got going in the 95th minute. Then we played Eintracht Frankfurt, and this again was another very weird game, because forget about the scoreline. If you look at the stats, they had more shots at goal. We had the same amount of shots on target. We had a slightly better XG than them. The pass completion was almost the same. They were slightly better than us, and they had more. We had slightly more of the pass completion. That we had slightly more possession as well, 56% to 44%. Again, pass completion 87%. That really, if you used to look at the stats alone, that tells you the game's a draw. But we won 5-0. Not sure how there was such a massive difference between us. But Spahu missed a penalty for us. We went 1-0 up through Aladdin Sahin with a Gaston Nunez assist. They then missed a penalty. Then we missed a penalty. Then one Rios in the second half from a Sahin assist. And then one Rios again from a Granelli assist put us 3-1 up. And then Ricard Fontes coming on as a substitute for Ryan Shirky, scoring a couple of goals in the latter stage of the game. Rios and Granelli getting the assists in that one. A 5-0 win. Like I said, I don't know how we won that 5-0 considering how even the game was, but I'll take it. Then came Manchester City in the Champions League. Very frustrated again because we went 2-0 up in this game. Rios and Levi getting the goals. Levi and Freitas getting assists. Sahin went off on 33 minutes. Levi came on for him. And then Doku from a Samson Dyke assist in the 64th minute, and then Rico Lewis with a goal in the 89th minute. Looking at the stats, a draw was probably a fair result. We did have more of the possession. Our pass completion for the first time was 90%, and they had better XG, more shots. So it was probably, a draw was probably a fair result in that one, but that was at the City Stadium, the Etihad Stadium, City of Manchester as it's called on here. Then we played Leipzig, and this was probably our most complete performance of the season so far, although it is only early days. We dominated the game, more shots on target, better XG. We had the better pass completion, more possession, again, pass completion below 90%. Freitas with a hat-trick in this game, getting his assists from Bode, Rios and Shirky. I'll come back to Bode in a second. And Spahu getting a goal as well. He put us 2-0 up just before half-time. In terms of Raphael Bode, I kind of looked at him after this game and thought to myself, I need more from you. I thought you were a better player than this, and I think you're underperforming at the moment. He shut me up in the game against Porto because we won 5-0 and Raphael Bode got a hat-trick, and he also got an assist as well. Man of the match performance, 10 out of 10. Again, it was a game that we dominated. Pass completion this time was above 90%. Rios with the first goal, and there was Levi assist. Bode with a Spahu assist. Bode with a Levi assist. Shirky with a Bode assist. And Bode with a Levi assist. So Levi having a really good game as well, getting a 9 rating. Like I say, though, Bode was our man of the match, without a doubt. Then we played against Werder Bremen, a 3-0 win in the league here. Again, we were easily the better team. They didn't even have a shot on target. Again, they had pass completion below 90%. It is a theme. You are seeing us giving the ball away quite a bit at the moment, and I don't like it because we're usually better than that. But a 3-0 win, Rios, Bode and Shirky with the assists, with the goals, Ziris, Levi and Carnevale with the assists. So a really good start to the season, an unbeaten start to the season. The game against Manchester City, they're the only blot on our copybook. And today we played Borussia Monchengladbach, who are 14th, and Paderborn, who are 11th. And obviously we're hoping to keep this early season form going. In terms of our Champions League games, we have already played Man City and Porto. We've got Espanyol, not Stuttgart, that's the DFB Pokal. We've got Espanyol, Fiorentina, Chelsea, Sevilla, Lorient and Anderlecht. Not the most difficult of Champions League group stage draws, as I'm sure you'll agree. In terms of the actual Champions League group stage itself, we are 7th in the green, which is the area we want to be in, basically. 4 points from our first 2 games. And in terms of the Bundesliga, we are top of the Bundesliga, 6 wins from 6 games, 18 points, maximum points from our start. Bayern Munich are currently our nearest. RB Leipzig, by the way, I think I've fallen off quite a bit there. They've had 2 defeats already, one against us, one against Eintracht Frankfurt. And yeah, Bayern Munich, I think, are going to be our main competition for the Bundesliga. As you know, however, our main aim this season is to win the Champions League. We want to win the Champions League, get out of Europe, get to Argentina or Mexico, somewhere like that anyway, where we can win another continental competition in a different part of the world, basically. So let's get into the first of today's games against Borussia Monchengladbach, and I'll see you there for that. But here we are then at the Matchday Centre. We only have one injury to worry about, and that's Aladin Sahin, that, like I say, is out for a couple of months with his torn hamstring. We go with Oberle in goal, Carnevale left back, Espinoza right back, Kalinski and Ziris in the middle. Spahu, Bode and Freitas will be and is our first choice midfield. Shirky and Levi out wide with Rios up top. I'm hoping that the lads can show you how good they are, because they've been very good off camera. So hopefully now that they're on camera, they're not going to get camera shy. I'm a bit worried that he is camera shy because he didn't do anything in the first or in the last episode. And then he's been really good, scoring 10 goals in the games we've played. So hopefully he can deliver today. Right, let's get into the game against Monchengladbach. They are 14th in the table, which is like 4th from bottom. So we would expect to win this game and to win it comfortably. So hopefully we do. So they're down here, and there's only a few teams, like 5th from bottom basically. Only a few teams below. Bayern Munich don't play today. So we have an opportunity to put a bit of pressure on them early doors. Bit concerned that the first 20 minutes there's no highlights whatsoever, and I think I'm actually going to demand more, which I don't often use the shouts it tends to be for me to berate them rather than anything else. But yeah, let's demand more and hope that they can actually do something. I mean, we're dominating possession. The first highlight starts with them. They go for a long goal kick. We win the ball back, but give it straight back to Monchengladbach. Then we win it back and give it back to them again. I mean, this is poor from us, I've got to say. Right, we've won the ball back again. Rios gives it to Freitas, to Spahu. Just about finds there is Levi, who gets tackled, but Freitas picks it up, and Rios has scored his 11th goal of the season. The referee, as always, has his finger in his ear roll. Is he going to disallow the goal? No, he's not. And Rios gets his 11th goal of the season with a Freitas assist. We take the lead. They now have a corner. Ball into it's over the bar. Oblay looked like he had it covered, to be fair to the lad. Right, next highlight. They're coming thick and fast now. Carnevale with the throw-in. He gets it back from Bode. Now to Spahu. Ball into the box towards Ryan Shirky. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Ryan Shirky hits the bar. Espinosa has it, but the highlight ends. We have been very dominant in this first half. When we're dominant, I always like to be more than 1-0 up, because it kind of feels like it's Football Manager's way of saying we're going to make you dominate the game, but then in like the 98th minute, we're going to take that away from you. Freitas with a ball through to Shirky. It's been put, and it's Raphael Bode with the goal. It's a bit of a mix-up in the box by the looks of it, but Raphael Bode gets the goal. It's a Shirky assist. I'm not sure it really was Shirky that assisted, to be honest. It looked like it ricocheted off of a Monchengladbach player, but we have that second goal I wanted. 72% possession, 90% pass completion, which is good. Nothing for me to moan about at half time. I'm happy with what we're doing. Let's just keep it going. Let's try and get a third and a fourth. It will be very, very nice and lovely if we do. Right, I probably am going to have to take Espinosa off at some point. I was going to play Kennedy Nah in place of him, but he actually... I just decided to go with him from the start, really. Right, here's the opportunity to take Espinosa off for Kennedy Nah. Levi's not having a great game and he's complacent, so Caicedo can come on for him. I think Spahu will probably be the next player that we take off, as, like I say, we've been very dominant in this game. Right, Spahu will come off. Romeo Lavia will come on for him. And, I mean, Carnevale's not particularly doing well. Not really got anyone else to bring on in his place. Right, what else are we going to do? Are we going to make another substitution? Ziris can come off and Gashi can come on for him. Let's confirm the changes. We've got one more substitution to make. As you know, I do like to wait until about the 85th minute before I make that change. I've just been burnt too many times from doing it in like the 75th minute, and then we immediately pick up an injury and I'm having to play the last 15 minutes with 10 men. Right, here's Gashi, a wonder kid in defence. Lavia, Bode, ball over the top for Rios. He's through, and Rios has scored. It's his 12th goal of the season, his second of the game. He's not camera shy after all. He is showing you why I've spent the money on him, what he can do. He's been very, very good. And that is the full-time whistle. A 3-0 win at home against Borussia Monchengladbach. I've told them not to get complacent. And that has been a very, very good performance from us. Rios, like I say, getting the goals that I wanted. 6 league goals from 7 appearances with 2 assists at 7.47. He has been doing very, very well this season. And I'm so delighted with his purchase, basically. Right, let's get to part 2 of the video where we play against Paderborn. After we won our last game, Bayern Munich have drawn away to Wolfsburg. They're 5 points behind us now. Leipzig are up to 3rd. They're 6 points behind us. They did win their league game. They were away to Bayer Leverkusen. On paper, that's a good win away against Bayer Leverkusen. When you look at the table, Bayer Leverkusen are struggling down in 13th position. And yeah, we get into today's game and we've got Paderborn away. Bayern are at home to our rivals Schalke. Paderborn are doing pretty decently actually this season. 12 points from 7 games. They're in 7th in the table. So let's click yes for the opposition instructions. There's no changes to the team. There is a change to the subs bench. Federico Gaipo comes in for Rilin Gashi, who's picked up an injury. A pulled abdominal muscle, is out for 2 weeks. So Sahin's still a month away from a return as well. So it's Oberly in goal, Carnevale left back, Espinoza right back, Kalinski and Ziris in the centre of defence, starting to get that green line, which is nice to see. Sparhu, Bode and Freitas in the midfield. We need to get him getting a green line with them two as well. Shirky and Levi out wide with Rios up top. Like I say, no surprises in our team. Let's get into the game then. Paderborn 07, put on a worthy display. I can click that now, so I didn't click it in the last game, I don't think. And let's get into the game. Like I say, we want to get another win. We want to show you how good we are. And we almost scored from a corner. I have said to the boys before we started filming this episode, I said to them, right, you need to show the viewers how good you actually are, because you have been looking decent. And I think we fulfilled it in the game against Monchengladbach. If we can do it here against a team that's doing well like Paderborn, then that will make me very, very happy. Sparhu with a block shot. Paderborn kind of had the ball, but then just gave it away. Freitas is through, gives it to Rios. Rios has scored. The referee with his finger in his ear again. Did he stray offside? That is the question. Is he going to disallow it? No, he's not. It's given. It's 1-0. Rios with another goal. That's 3 goals from him in today's episode. Lovely stuff. Ibrahimovic, is that his son or just a namesake, I wonder? I'm not going to click on him to find out, that's for certain. Right, Oberly has a ball. Gives it to Ziris. Now to Freitas. Forward towards Shirky. Gives it back to Freitas. He's got options. He goes with Sparhu. I mean, he's our anchor, bear in mind. He should be anchoring the midfield, not where he is. But here's Carnevale to Espinoza. Crosses it into the box. No one can get a touch on it. And Paderborn managed to clear their lines. I mean, somehow Paderborn have had 61% of the possession. They've not had a shot with that 61% possession. We've had the highlights. No, I mean, they're up to 60. What is going on with possession? How are Paderborn dominating possession? Their pass completion is 92% compared to our 87. I mean, looking at it from that side of things, they should be in this game a lot more than what they are, because we've not turned their chances into goals yet. Here's Freitas to Shirky. It's gone out for a corner. I mean, in terms of the highlights, we are the team that's dominating. Shirky with the in-swinger from the left-hand side into the box. It's headed away. Shirky picks up the loose ball. Gives it to Bode. Back to Shirky. Cross over towards Levi. Back. Oh, well, they're hitting it about in the box. Levi scores. There you go. I was just about to say, oh, it's another VAR review. Oh, I mean, I'm very tempted when I start my first save in FM25. It's disallowed, of course it is, to just turn off VAR, because I'm just getting fed up with it. Right, are we going to get another highlight before? They've not had a single shot at goal. We're only 1-0 up though, and this goes back to what I was saying in the previous game. I hate being just 1-0 up when we've effectively dominated in terms of shots and whatever, because you feel like the game's going to punish you for not taking your chances. But Paderborn start the half with a highlight. We get the tackle in, but then we just give the ball away again. I did say at the beginning of the video that we do give the ball away a lot. Here's Kowalski for them. Puts the ball into the box. Oberle makes a save. We then clear it. We are hanging on. That's their first shot at goal. For some reason, it's not gone down as on target, which seems a bit odd because Oberle made the save. It looked like it was on target to me, but you do you, Football Manager. Right, we win the ball back with Levi to one Rios. He's into the box. Rios! Oh, he can't score it. I mean, I don't know how we're sevens for everything when when we're not scoring. I mean, again, 12 shots off target. We need to get these shots on target. Right, we're going to make a substitution. Raphael Bode is coming off because he's not been particularly good. We'll bring Granelli on for him. I'm tempted to take Ziris off and bring Gaipo on, but I think it might be a bit too early for that. I think that's going to be the only substitution I am going to make. And let's just see if Granelli can bring a bit of creativity to the midfield that Bode has not been able to do. But XG-wise, shots and all that, we have dominated. 90% pass completion as well. They have a header that goes just over the bar. The possession is getting closer to 50-50 again now. I mean, we are winning, so I can't really complain too much. Right, Spahu's going to come off for Lavia, and Ziris is going to come off for Gaipo. What else? I'm going to bring Ryan Shirky off and bring Ricard Fontes on. I have agreed with Fontes as well, by the way, that he'll be sold if a club comes in for the right offer for him. And that's mainly because he's not been registered as part of our Champions League squad. I've also promised Kennedy Nahr that he will be registered the next time. Right, Freitas is looking tired. He can come off for Kamiri. Yeah, the next time we do the registrations, Kennedy Nahr, I've promised him he'll come on, so I need to make room for him somewhere. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but somehow I'll need to. Right, Carnevale with the corner, the in-swinger. Rios to Levi, shot was blocked. Goes back out wide to Carnevale, into the box, pulls it back for Gaipo, it's pinging about. Kamiri scores the goal. The referee is reviewing again. 3 times we've had the ball in the back of net. 3 times he's reviewed. He's giving the goal. It is awarded. Why do you need to review every single goal? I mean, that is as dominant a win as it can be when we've given up majority of the possession. Our pass completion again below 90%. But yeah, that was a deserved win. We did dominate that game. And Rios and Kamiri with the goals. I think Fontes got an assist in that one as well. One thing I do want to look at as well before we go anywhere else is that Ibrahimovic player. Arion Ibrahimovic. He's German. Is he any relation to Zlatan? It doesn't look like it. I mean, I know Zlatan's Swedish as well, by the way, but yeah, no relation to Zlatan. I mean, he's 27 years old, to be fair, so I doubt he would be. Right. What I do want to do is I want to just go forward a little bit to see how Bayern Munich done. We have got Espanyol in a few days' time as well. So, there you go. Under 21 Footballer of the Year. Carnevale has come second in that. Porto have got the best player. How good is he? I mean, look at his physicals. They are very, very good. Right, I mean, we don't really need a right-hand-sided midfielder. He's an elite winger at the age of 21. 16 caps already at the age of 21 as well. He'll be massively unaffordable because he's from the Premier League. Upwards of 144 million. He's on 200 grand a week at the age of 22. Brazilian. I mean, again, look at his physicals. They are beautiful physicals. Nathan Kovas. Remember that name. World Golden Glove. Trubin of Real Madrid has won that. Oblé has come second. Right, let's rest our first team players for one day. Let's move forward again, see what the Bayern Munich score is, just so you know what the table looks like. Bayern Munich have beaten Schalke, so they remain 5 points behind us. 8 games played, 8 wins. This is a good, exciting start to the season. Overall balance for our bank, by the way, is £11.3 million in the red. We do still have the £72 million transfer budget and like 450,000 in the wage budget. In terms of the dynamics, team cohesion is good, club atmosphere is excellent, managerial support's excellent. Everything is looking really rather nice. Right, the next time we come back, I think we will do a Champions League game next time. We'll probably come back for Wolfsburg and Chelsea. 2 home games, 1 in the league, 1 in the Champions League. And then for Friday's episode, we'll probably be looking for, where are we? Wolfsburg and Chelsea, probably looking for something around here at the beginning of the transfer window. So we might do something like Stuttgart and Anderlecht, something like that. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.